We already know all data types in JavaScript, but for some functions we need some specific data types. For example, our favorite function alert string. So in case if we will pass number, this is a string, because of alert converts number to string. For example, most of the time operators and functions automatically convert the value given to them into the right type. For example, as I showed before, alert automatically converts any value to a string to show this value. For example, mathematical operations converts values to numbers. In this video, we will talk about conversions for primitive data types. About objects we will talk later. So, let's start from string conversion. Let's imagine that we have value, it's true, it's Boolean, and if we want to alert type of, or just we can type of value, it's Boolean. So alert, for example, will transform this value automatically to string, but we can do it by ourselves manually. To do it, we can use primitive wrappers. Primitive wrappers is a special function which can return its data type based on the value you will pass. We have 5 wrappers: it's string, number, BigInt, Boolean, and symbol. They return their specific values. For example, string value, we will get true and it will be string, because as we see we have quotes, double quotes. The same string if we will pass number, we will have the same string. Number conversions or numeric conversions happens in mathematical functions and expressions automatically. For example, if we need to divide two numbers, we have, for example, one string and we have another string, but we are using mathematical operation of division, so we need to convert these strings to numbers and then use them. 2 divided 2 is 1. For example, our function alert. So how it works? In this case we have two conversions. The first one, string to number for calculation the value, and after that we need to convert number to string back to show this result. Let's show how number works. For example, number, and we can pass a string and we will get number. And let's try something interesting. So we get none. We already discussed this data type, it's number, so if we take type of none, it's number, but as the first one is symbol character, we cannot convert it to numbers, so it's just none type. Let's try, for example, the same Boolean, and if we will pass a string, what we will get? We will get true, because of it was string with values. But for example, if we will use Boolean for empty string, we will get false. And very often we use this operation. For example, if we need to check something, is string empty or not. Let's try, for example, Boolean for null, we will get false, and for undefined the same false. Also, what we need to remember, for example, about data conversions, such as, for example, Boolean, it's true because of it's not empty string, it's space. Space is a string as well. It's the same for number. It will be 0. Why it's 0? Because of white spaces from the beginning and end are trimmed, removed, and we have this one, this case, empty string, and we have 0. For example, number for true, it's 1. And another interesting part about the data conversion, I will show you it's invisible hidden for you. As I mentioned before, all data types we described before without object, it's primitive. Primitive, it means they have no methods, they have no functions itself. So, but for example, we have, for example, string, but we can call some method and we will get string. How can we do it? It's happening because of this string. It's a primitive string. When we try to call some method of this string, it automatically wraps into the wrapper this number, and this number returns object which can be used for calling some methods. For example, the same true. When we are using variables, we can do string, we will get true. Another interesting case, for example, numbers. Numbers with float, we can call the same to string. But if we want to string, for example, integer number, right now we will get error. Why? Because after the first dot, we are expecting numbers after dot. It's floating numbers. So to solve this problem, we need to call two dots and to string, and we will get the same number 2. So this, when we are using variable without declaring just value, for example string, it calls literal. JavaScript in programming language is literal. If we want to call some methods of this object which this literal represents, JavaScript automatically converts it to the object, and then we can call some methods of this object, for example to fix it. So we cannot call this, as I mentioned, we need this one. This literal was converted to object, and we can call some functions. And another sample, when we declare variable, and we can call h the same. In this case, we call this function from h. And this variable was automatically converted to object as well, and we can get some method of this object.